All right. It's not the main event for this loaded college football slate, but in this house, it is the main event of this college football slate. My Syracuse Orange, number 18 in the country, mind you, facing the number 15 NC State Wolfpack. And to my bewilderment, the Orange are 3.5-point favorites, 3:30 p.m. kickoff on ACC Network. I don't even know if I have ACC Network. I got to figure that out too, by the way. All these damn college football networks. Over under 44 in this one. But let's be honest here, Brett. The only reason that Syracuse, despite being 6-0, is more than a field goal favorite in this game is because of quarterback question marks with NC State.
Yeah, Devin Leary's probably not playing this game. The coaching staff was kind of vague about it. They said it could be 6 weeks, could be 1 week. That tells me it's probably going to be closer to 6 weeks. Again, you know how college injury reports go. They're not going to release it, so we're not going to know until game time. Kind of like what Oklahoma did, sending Dylan Gabriel out there in full pads warming up in the middle. No, just kidding. He's not playing. Yeah, Devin Leary's hurt. That kind of sucks. I kind of feel like the end of the road for NC State believers. I was one of those preseason. I was super high on NC State. But if Leary's not playing, they have a good defense to win games, but I don't know if they have the offense to win a lot of games. How about this, though, for Syracuse? Last game, it was against FCS Wagner that they won 59-0, but they played 10-minute quarters in the second half.
Everybody's over-under bets got canceled because friggin' Dino Babers isn't a man of the people and wasn't everybody to cash their damn bets. Like, what are we doing here? This isn't Pop Warner High School JV football. It's 15-minute quarters. We got bets to cash, Dino.
I didn't even know that this was allowed at the FBS level.
What are we doing? Now I got a
59-0 win.
Now I got a handicap because the FCS team's so bad they might play 10-minute quarters in the second half. Like, it's hard enough, man.
I don't think I've even seen that. And I know Nick Saban's Nick Saban, but I don't think I've seen that when Alabama hosts like some poor opponent and just beats up on them. They're like, oh no, we're playing the full 60 minutes.
Nick Saban cashes tickets, damn it. Come on, Dino. 15-minute quarters till the end. You want to run the ball? You want to kneel the ball every possession? I don't care. We need legal bets.
That's tough.
We need bets cashed.
You're right. I completely forgot about that off the top of the show when I was saying that there were no bad beats. That's an all-timer. That's an all-timer. Yeah, that's tough.
Although the handle for Syracuse Wagner was probably the same as the amount of money I have in my wallet right now. So
yeah, there weren't two. Yeah, right. So, well, speaking of handle and bet percentage, I'm not sure the majority of people know Devin Leary's not playing, or they're very optimistic he is, because NC State has 83% of bets as of yesterday on them. I'm not betting NC State.
Yeah.
Are you?
No, I mean, that reeks of people looking at the ranking next to these two teams and saying, oh, I'm just going to take the number 15 team who's an underdog in this game. Now, do we know anything about their backup quarterback? Because I think that's why there's more tickets on NC State. But I don't know anything about their backup quarterback. That's always a mystery in college football. Sometimes there's a really good recruit who just hasn't played. And with that being said, this is going to be from everybody I've talked to up in Central New York. This is going to be a sellout. This is going to be loud. This is going to be the biggest, loudest atmosphere Syracuse has had for a football game in probably 20 years since like Donovan McNabb was last there. So it's not going to be easy for any backup quarterback if Leary doesn't play.
Yeah, the backup got it done against Florida State in kind of a weird game. I think it was 19-17 was the final. But the backup was poised, but they didn't really score a whole lot of points with him. Now, NC State is very good against the pass. They're a little bit more susceptible to the run. Syracuse is a run-heavy team, but despite having Sean Tucker, they're not actually very efficient at it. They're 37th in run rate, but 87th in rush EPA per game. So that means that they're just lining the ball up and running it over and over and over again, whether it works very well or not. The typical establish it, type of thing that we talk about specifically in the NFL. Here's the rest of Syracuse's schedule, though, and this is brutal. At Clemson versus Notre Dame, at Pitt versus Florida State, at Wake, at Boston College. One winnable game on there?
Where's the loss? Where's the loss on that schedule?
Where's the win on the schedule is what I'm worried about. That Boston College game is legitimately the only one, and maybe hosting Florida State at home because Notre Dame's starting to find their stride here under Marcus Freeman. You know, they're not looking past NC State. They are not. This is not a look ahead spot. But the start of a very, very tough stretch here, where they have to go to Clemson and then turn around and host Notre Dame the next 2 weeks. Maybe they look at NC State and they're like, Leary's not playing. This is a beatable team.
I think with the week off and the atmosphere, I don't think they're looking ahead here. I'm not worried about that. I think everybody in the program understands, including the players and the coaches, how big of a moment this is, especially for Dino Babers, who has yet to get a contract extension, with next year being his final year on the contract. They understand what's at stake here. And on top of that, yes, the back of the schedule is backloaded. But let's not forget, like, Syracuse doesn't go bowling very often, and they can lock it in right here, right now, if they get this win and stay on top of the division in the ACC. So I'm more worried about just the efficiency in the running game, like you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm not betting on this one just because these are two fairly mistake-prone teams that will shoot themselves in the foot. Both of them, we've seen both of them do it this season, even in wins. And they're among the most penalized teams in the country, both of them. Inefficient run games, backup quarterback. This just has all sorts of no thank you written all over it.
Yeah, I'm honestly with you. Like, I'll be at home rooting for them to win, but in terms of laying 3.5 with the Syracuse University football program in a big game, no, I'm good. I'm not going to lay more than a field goal. If for some reason this gets under 2.5 with the backup quarterback, if for some reason this gets under 3 and we get 2.5 or better with the backup quarterback playing for NC State, then I will consider that. But let's not forget that Syracuse is also very lucky to still be undefeated with a last-second deep ball touchdown to beat Purdue a couple of weeks ago, and barely snuck by Virginia 22-20 with a last-minute field goal in that game. So a little bit of one-possession game luck here for Syracuse to go with this. And NC State may be reeling a little bit, but they are still the better program with more talent on that roster. So let's not forget that as well.